Okay. I think we are good to go. This is episode 20 of this, so been doing it a while. After a few more layers, I'll probably oh yeah, after a few more layers, I'll probably what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, I'll probably take a new thumbnail after a few more layers. I'm waiting so it actually looks a little different than the last one. Holy shit, I think I had a mini stroke there. I really lost what I was saying entirely. My ADD kicked in hard and I was distracted by everything. I think it's kind of funny. I've seen one of my other live streams, because I'm posting them in a playlist so everybody can see them, but I've seen one of my other live streams had a dislike when the thumbnail literally says the most boring live stream ever. Like, bro, you went out of your way to watch the most boring live stream ever and then disliked it. It doesn't affect my channel or anything like that. It doesn't matter. But it's just funny. If you click on a video, it was a video when it was clicked on and watched at that time. You click on a video, if the thumbnail literally says the most boring live stream ever, and then you watch it, what were your expectations? Was it not boring enough? Now that, I might be onto something. Anyway, I just think that's funny. You know what I mean? Because it's not like it was clicked on by accident. It's chill though, it's no big deal. Just kind of funny. I thought it was weird last stream. I was getting comments, or not comments, but I was getting people in my chat messages, and my YouTube studio said I had 0 current viewers. How is that possible? I had one person on last stream for most of the entire stream commenting. Well, I had more than one person on, but I had one person on basically the entire time. I know that because they were leaving comments the entire time. But my studio was saying there was nobody on. Weird. The studio's a little bit of a buggy mess, I think. Plus, I'll get a notification pop up saying that your bitrate is below 9 gigabytes or whatever it is, but the required amount is the minimum required amount is 8, but the number that they list that I'm at is higher than the amount that they say is the minimum, so I don't understand why I get that. It shows up as a big warning on my screen like it's a bad thing. Well, it's above the minimum still. I don't understand it. I'm new. I just wanted to at least get on here and finish off this layer I started. That'll be 2 layers that I got done today at least. So. World's smallest cave. two of those little stalagmites or whatever they're called. Average view duration, 10 minutes. Total viewers, 0. Explain that to me. I can't trust the studio. I might have to find some kind of different software to actually see what's going on. I have OBS going, but I think that just seems to show the same thing that the studio is showing, so I don't know. When it gets dark is when I'll stop and actually repair. Like any second. Yeah, if anybody watching wants me to stop and like give a tour of my base, kind of show some of the builds that I've done so far, let me know in chat. I don't mind. Or you can go see some of my videos, some of my builds. I'm so ready to be done with this, the digging part. That way I can start building whatever I want here. my daylight cycles being an hour, this time of night, or this time of the day, I guess I should say, lasts for so long. There's like a solid 5 minutes where it's hard to see anything. Or if anybody has any questions about a certain mod that I'm using, feel free to ask. Perfect timing. Yeah, I'm gonna go repair these now. Get it over with. Hopefully you guys can hear me over this. I have it turned down quite a bit, but I'm not sure if I have it turned down enough. It's definitely better to me. It was ridiculously loud. My first few streams, there's no way you could hear me. But I think I got my volume levels in a pretty good spot. There we go. Hey, this is new. I'll take diamonds anytime. I gotta take that. He's got a jukebox upgrade on that backpack. It's gonna get me a copyright strike. Don't want what's in this. Don't want it. Get out of here. And I also don't want that. Another one. Let's see what's in it. Oh, yo, that's a pretty good one right there. We're gonna keep that. I get a pretty good amount of loot from just these backpacks. I gotta check that out. Dummy. Just save the backpack at least. Never know when I need a ridiculous amount of storage again. But yeah, I think we are... Oh, shit. We're gonna go back. Get me a little sip of some caffeine real quick. Some motivation. All right. Little baby Enderman. Yeah, those ones don't actually hurt you or nothing. They're really annoying at my tree base, though. I know that. kind of walked into that one, bud. Imagine how badass it would be to kill, like how hardcore it would be if you killed a fly with a pickaxe in real life. But yes, if you find non-stop breaking blocks boring, I mean, I did warn you. I made the thumbnail. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I appreciate you guys stopping in to check it out. If anybody wants me to take a break from breaking blocks and like do a walkthrough or a fly through my base, some of the builds that I've done, I don't mind. You just gotta let me know in chat. Believe me, I do not mind taking a break from this. Yeah, it looks like we got a lot of caves right below us. So that's good. Does it go this way? It doesn't. Dang. Oh well. Yeah, this is just bonus. I already got my one layer done for the day. And this will be the second, so anything over one is just that much quicker. We'll get it done. I should open up my creative copy, because I have a creative copy of this world. That's how I got the location and measured out the ancient city. So I should go back in there and actually count the layers to estimate how long this will take me. Like if I do one layer a day. I know it's going to be a minute. If I do one layer a day, it's going to be like months. 100%. Because I started at the top of this mountain. I mean, I'm not even down to water level. Actually, let's go look how far I gotta go still. Yeah, that's water level there. So all that's got to come out, and then I still got to go all the way down, basically to bedrock. I believe the ancient city's like right on bedrock. I didn't really pay that much attention to that, but I know it's down there, so we're pretty close. Yeah, if anybody wants to see the time lapse of this, because I'm using my replay mod, I'm recording a clip for every layer, so if anybody wants to see a time lapse of this in the future, it'll probably be a while, but that will be up on the channel when I'm done with it, so. Or if you want to see any of my other builds, I do time lapses in most of my videos, at least showing some of my work normally, so. If you're into that kind of stuff, there's definitely some up on my channel. Or if you want to stay up to date on my live streams of me breaking blocks for the next couple of months, subscribe and you'll get a notification every time I'm on, and you can listen to me ramble while I break a stupid amount of blocks. You know, I'm happy with my decision to stop saving all of these blocks, because I was like, in my first 2 or 3 layers, I had like 50-something chests full. My plan was to save them all and have like a ridiculous amount of chests just piled going down the wall here. But not only do I not want to deal with lag, I know I could use barrels, but I don't like how they look. But I also don't have a need. Nobody needs this many stones or dirt. Right now I'm still saving, you know, the andesite and diorite, but eventually I don't think I'll want any more of that either, but I might do some of this build maybe with the andesite. I think andesite's this white one, right? Oh no, that's diorite. I might do some of this build with the diorite. And if I do the glass floor above the ancient city like I was thinking, and leaving the whole ancient city intact, I'm gonna need a crazy amount of glass. So I may have to look into maybe a sand duper, or I could actually just suck it up and mine all that sand. I don't know. I might do a sand duper. We'll see. If sand duper's even worse on Java. I'm traditionally a bedrock player. I know they work on bedrock pretty easily. One thing I miss about bedrock is trident killers, man. I sat here, like I've made like probably like 50 trident killers in my history playing Minecraft. And I started playing Java and I spent ages trying to figure out how to get it to work. I'm like, I know I'm doing this right. I've done it like so many times. Like I haven't memorized how to do it. And then eventually I looked it up. Yeah, they don't work on Java, so weird. At least this version of Java. But yeah, if anybody wants me to do a tour or a walkthrough or whatever and show off a little bit of the stuff that I built, I don't mind. Just gotta let me know. Or if I'm about to break a pickaxe and I'm just rambling, blow up my chat to stop me. I do not want to break another pickaxe, man. I'm normally super, super careful, like with all of my netherite tools. And I don't think I've ever broke any netherite tool that I've enchanted and spent all that time getting, just playing on my own. But the second I start streaming, I don't know, probably like 9 or 10 days ago was my first stream. The second I started, like 3 streams in, I broke a pickaxe. Just chat and just looking at different stuff, you know, talking to people. It's, you know, I'm still kind of new to just talking into a microphone and everything, just still getting comfortable with it. But it distracted me so much that, yeah, I broke one. So, and then I went and made me 2 more so I could hopefully get a layer done at a time so I don't have to repair in the middle of a layer, but 3 is not enough. I need 1 more. I think 4 will let me get an entire layer done without having to stop. And I'm rambling, so let's make sure I don't break that. For a second on this layer. That's how I put my time lapses together. I just hit record for a second there, and that'll record that I made progress, and then it'll just jump every layer, and then I can speed it up in this whole process. I think it'll be like a minute, maybe 2 minutes long. You'll get to see all of these hours of me mining in like 2 minutes. So, oh. Let's just pretend like I'm not just now learning what that button does. I knew that. I should actually get some of this iron that I have smelting while I'm here. Yeah. I didn't even really need iron before this because of my iron farm, and I just have a stupid amount of iron. Actually, I'm going to take a second from this. I'm going to take some of my iron and put it in my at my storage room at the house. Just start clearing some of this stuff out. Let's pick. Is this gold? This is gold. Oop. Heck yeah. Take that out of there. Do I have one here? I do. I still can't believe I got netherite leggings to drop from an enderman. That was crazy to me. But let's take this. Oh, I already got a gold one here for it. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, let's move all of our iron into that gold backpack and we'll go put it in the storage room. Yeah, this is iron too. That is so much iron. I guess, I mean, really, I should wait until it's full, right? I mean, I might as well. I think I have more. I thought I had more. I probably have some here. A little bit. Crazy, I feel like my Minecraft videos are pretty interesting. I keep them pretty interesting. You know, I try to highlight the interesting action-packed areas and stuff like that. But this is what it looks like behind the scenes when I do one of my big builds. It's boring a lot of the times, you know. I like that giant tree build that I did. The video's up on my YouTube. A lot of it was gathering wood, man. Like the building part, that took, I think I spent like 20-something hours on the build. Maybe closer to 30, 20-something anyway. But all the rest of the time was gathering wood. Gathering that much wood for that tree was brutal. It was so much that I actually gave up on filling the tree in and left it hollow because it was just brutal. And then all of that crammed into a 15-minute video. The flies are still just driving me nuts, man. They won't leave me alone. Like I said before, they don't hurt me. You know, they can't do anything to you. They just sounds like a real life mosquito in your ear. it's normally not that bad, but while you're already doing something tedious or repetitive, it's just like, dude, you gotta stop. I was leaving them for a while, because spiders were coming out of the caves. Or zombies were coming out of the caves, I mean, and the flies killed the zombies. I'd rather have the zombies at this point. I feel like I make way faster progress when I don't talk. I'm trying to keep these walls as filled in as possible on the way down, just so I don't have a big old messy wall when I'm done with it. Part of the reason why I'm not using a TNT duper. Although if I rebuild the walls with the skulk or whatever you call it from the ancient city, I'm gonna have to rebuild it anyway. I was thinking doing like have it look like the ancient city, the skulk. I think I'm saying that right, but it's like spreading onto the walls, like spreading up out of there almost. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that means I'll have to find another ancient city to get the materials for that, because I want to leave this one as intact as possible. Unless somebody knows of an easier way to get that. A lot of something just spawned. I just got a lag spike. But yeah, like I said, if anybody's curious about any of the mods, like any specific one, like if you see like something that you're curious about, I might know right offhand what mod it is. I won't be able to remember them all, so I might not know if you're asking about something not so dramatic, because I can't remember all 140 of them, but you know, the sophisticated backpacks is the backpack one that I'm using. I have a haste mod installed, that's how I'm instant breaking blocks without a beacon. That's that. All the different animals and stuff, like the flies, how the spiders kill the flies, and flies kill the zombies, and all the different. That one is Alex's mobs, if I'm not mistaken. That one adds like, I want to say like 100 something animals and stuff to Minecraft. Komodo dragons and anacondas and shit. It's pretty cool. You can actually tame a lot of the animals, like the anacondas and stuff. It's pretty cool. Well, the anacondas, they turn on you after a while. I think you're safe if you hold chicken. But in one of my videos, I died to my own pet anaconda. Like, I thought we were buds, but at the aquarium I had him in, I guess I had a little gap in it, and yeah, I died. Yeah, I'm not playing in hardcore. This isn't hardcore. And I'm glad it's not, because I had one death when I first started. An executioner wasp just one-tapped me. And for a world that I'm going to spend this much time on, crazy builds and stuff, I'm not going to risk losing all of it over something like that. You know, vanilla Minecraft's a little different. You know what to expect. You know, for the most part. You know, I know random weird deaths can still happen, but at least you know an anaconda's not gonna jump out and kill you, or a executioner wasp is gonna one-tap you or something like that. There's just too many unknowns in this. Like, in this playthrough, I haven't even seen a quarter of the animals that are actually added in this, and I don't know how dangerous all of them are, so I'm not gonna risk this entire world over something dumb like that. Really? I'm also saving the copper. I don't know why, but maybe if I get a ridiculous amount of it, I could actually build something kind of cool with it or something. There we go. We got the outside of it done. Okay, let's just get down to the last one. I wonder if I can set up a server with all these mods installed. Okay, I'm not sure if that's how it works, like if you can do that, and then like everybody that joins just has to, like, it'll automatically download all the mods, or if they have to manually do that. I don't know. It would be cool though. Would be fun, because I don't have anybody really, like, that I know as an adult that plays Minecraft, you know what I mean? Like, The few people I do know, they play on console, so they're on Bedrock. Yeah, like I said before, if anybody wants me to stop and do a fly through and show you some of the stuff I've built and some of the work that I've done in this, I don't mind. Just let me know. If you came here to watch the grind, that's cool too. I see right now, it's saying my average view duration is 10 minutes, but it also says that nobody's on. It says I've had, yeah, it says one viewer. I don't think my studio, I really don't think it's working right. Because, yeah, my average view duration is going up, but it also says nobody is on. Somebody has to be on if it's changing. YouTube is a liar. I am so excited for this to be done and me be able to start building. I think I might actually, because I have a mod installed that it's called Ascended Leveling, or Ascended Level, or Level Ascend, something like that. But as you level up, you get stronger and faster, and as you can see, obviously, you get more health. But I'm almost thinking about, since I want to leave the ancient city, like, intact, warden and all, I'm thinking I might, like, go grind some levels at my experience farm and get, like, over 100. So maybe I could tank some of his hits while I build and work down there without him messing me up. Because that's going to be a challenge. I don't want to just disable all the smoke sensors and just completely change it. I want to leave it. Incorporate my build into a fully functional ancient city somehow. If he'll even spawn, I don't even know. Does he even still spawn? Like if I take the roof off and it's light down there, will he even still spawn down there? I'm actually not even 100%. I hope so. If he doesn't, I wonder if I could use tinted glass to put like a floor down over it and make it dark enough for him to spawn. I feel like he still spawns though, but I'm not 100%. I hope so, or it'll ruin my plans. Because yeah, right now I'm kind of really thinking, at least I'll have like a small base in one of these. Like if a cave opens up, I'll have a small base up here with an elevator that takes me down, and maybe do an entire, cover the entire ancient city with a glass floor, that puts me just out of range of the dude down there. You know, puts me just out of range of the warden's attack range. But then maybe I could use some kind of redstone or something down there that keeps spawning them. So I'll just have wardens just running around down below my feet. That can't actually hurt me. It's like have a base in a functioning ancient city, I feel like would be cool. Or above. I don't know. That's an idea I have. And I'll take the skulk and spread it up the walls some so it looks like it's like leaking up out of it. Or growing up out of it, whatever. Wait a minute, can you spread skulk? Is it experience that spreads skulk? I might be able to just throw experience bottles to grow it up the wall. I think that's how it works. Then I wouldn't have to go find another ancient city to dig up so I have blocks for it. That would be ideal. One thing I did do on this was I went into the files. I can't remember exactly how I did it. I watched a YouTube video anyway. To disable Enderman griefing because they were absolutely destroying my last build. Like I completely redid the ground, the dirt, and just reshaped the entire area before I built my massive tree, like my big tree base. And they're just constantly down there, just destroying my base, moving blocks everywhere. And it was driving me nuts. And I can't stop them from spawning. I couldn't find a way to stop them, so... yeah, that was my solution. I'm not just gonna let them sit there and ruin what I spent endless hours making, you know what I mean? We've made too much progress on this layer to stop now. I gotta at least finish this layer before I hop off. Yeah, like I said, if you're curious about any of the mods I use, feel free to ask, you know, on one of my videos or in the chat. I'll do my best to answer it. Hopefully I can remember the one you're talking about, because there is 140 of them. Or if you want to see a time lapse of this in the future, eventually when I'm done digging this, you know, I'm recording with my replay mod, recording a time lapse of it, so that will be up in the future. But realistically, it'll probably be a couple of months at least, because if you look, that's water level there, and I basically got to take this all the way down to bedrock, so it's going to be some time. But yeah, if you're interested in that, subscribe and you'll get to see that in the future at some point. But I do have other videos to watch in the meantime, or if you want to kind of get notifications when I do a live stream, if you actually want to follow along like that here in a few weeks, hop on and see the progress I've made, you could do that too. I heard a skeleton, I think. But yeah, if you subscribe and the live streams are not your thing, you may not want to hit the bell, if we're being honest, because for the foreseeable future, I am going to be live streaming me doing this. until it's done. So yeah, I gotta go repair these. Yeah, I'll do. He has a backpack, you could tell he's got more health, yeah. Okay, let's go see what's in this backpack. Nothing good in there. Don't want that. Oh, I thought I picked up more than one. Guess not. So this is how you... Yeah, that's how you switch them. Cool. Man, I can't believe I just figured that out today. Man, that is nifty. Give me the packs. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. And I crouch up here because some of these Endermen can teleport me off the edge. Okay, hey. I just leveled up on accident. See, I gained more health. Oh, a gold backpack, another one. Hell yeah. I like these ones because they have good storage. So this one's like, that's a good pickaxe, eh? Or shovel, I mean. So there's nothing in this one. Let's start tossing out these ones, because the gold are better. So, put this in here. This in here. I hear another backpack with a jukebox upgrade. Probably a copyright strike there. Really? See you, dude. I think I got all of them, but not yet. Okay. But yeah, I need to make myself another pickaxe, because I think 4 of them will let me finish an entire layer without repairing. And it's just stopping in the middle all the time is it's just slowing down the process, you know what I mean? Yeah, see, there's a few more people on now, if it's actually accurate this time. But yeah, if any of you guys want me to stop and do like a tour of my base and show you some stuff, some of the builds that I've done, some of the work I've put in, I don't mind. Just gotta let me know, or if you're curious about any of the mods I'm using. Any mod, specifically. I can't list all of them. And like I've said in previous streams, I'm not supposed to put the mod pack on YouTube because some of the mod creators don't like that. For whatever reason, a lot of them want their individual link to the CurseForge in my description. And I have 140 mods. I can't. There's literally not room. You know what I mean? So I'd have to go through and pick and choose which ones are cool with it and which ones aren't, and list them. And I'm not gonna do it. But when I hit 1,000 subs, I am gonna just risk it for a short time because I can put the code. I can get my CurseForge code that will give out the mod pack. You know, I'll let everybody know that I'm gonna do it ahead of time, and then I'll put it up for at least a few hours so you guys can snag that. But I want to make sure there's enough people getting it, you know what I mean? So I want to get up and get me towards 1,000 subscribers, and I'll do that for you guys if you're interested in just being able to grab the whole mod pack. Because it did take quite a bit of work, if I'm being honest, to get all of these mods that all work together. It had to be the right version of Minecraft and the right version of this, and there's just a lot of compatibility issues going on. So if that's something you're interested in and not having to put in all the work, I will be giving out the CurseForge code to this mod pack at some point for a short period, because I put it on one of my earlier videos when one of my 3 or 4 videos in when I first made the channel, and I had comments and messages with from some of the mod creators themselves. I'm not gonna say which ones exactly, but they wanted their link in. They were like, yeah, I don't want my mod in a mod pack on YouTube. You know, if you want to give it to your friends, that's fine, but I don't want it on YouTube, etc., etc. So it created issues. That's why I can't just give out the mod pack. I want to. I did. I tried. But it caused problems. So yeah, if there's a specific mod you're interested in, I don't mind just telling you what it is whatsoever. And if it's not one of the ones that jumps right out at me and I know what it's called, I will find out for you. So just comment on one of my videos asking, and I will definitely 100% find out for you. After I finish up this layer, I think I'm just going to do a quick fly through the base, some of the, like the tree build that I've done, and just show off a little bit of it to you guys. Or if you don't want to wait, there are videos on my channel. I'm so excited to start doing the build here, man. Actually really just sit there and look at it once it's all exposed and decide exactly what I want to do, man. You know, I really like building. That's my thing. I'm a builder, and the digging is just... I'm ready for it to be over already. And I've made so little progress. There's multiple reasons I'm not using the TNT duper. I want the walls to just be smooth. I don't want them to all be messed up. I also don't want to risk actually blowing up the ancient city itself. And everybody does that. You know what I mean? Every dig, ancient city dig, or dig into bedrock, every video I've seen, they use a TNT duper, you know what I mean? Which is cool. They're probably mostly bigger YouTubers, and they're doing it. They got to get their content out, you know, and they don't want to suffer through this, which I don't blame them, you know. But this isn't a job for me, and I want to look back and be proud of it. You know, I could watch a tutorial on a TNT duper and then just let it sit here and do its thing, and then once it stops reaching, lower it. And, you know, I could probably have this video done in, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm not going to be proud of it, you know what I mean? And Minecraft is something that if it's not fun for me or it starts to feel like a job, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is why I am not using a TNT duper. Although, if I'm being completely honest, it has crossed my mind a few times already, but I won't be proud of it, you know what I mean? So I am suffering through this. I mean, yeah, if any of you guys do decide to subscribe, I mean, it might not always be, you know, a video out a week or a video out even a month, because I mean, look what I'm doing here. I'm not going to have a video ready for this, you know, even a month from now, you know, so if you're expecting weekly uploads from me, you know, that's just, it might not be that way all the time, you know. There was a time where I was having weekly uploads, you know, shorter videos and smaller projects, but I like doing stuff that I can look back on and be proud of. And if you're not using World Edit or Auto Build or anything like that, you know, I mean, it takes a long time. So keeping it as genuine as I can. You know, obviously I use mods and like I'm like insta mining here, and that may be considered cheating to some people, and that's completely fine. That's the cool thing about Minecraft is you can play however you want, but as long as it's fun to you and it still feels like you're accomplishing something, you know, that's what it's all about. So I'm never gonna let this channel get to where I'm pumping out content just for views. You know, if it's not fun for me, I'm not gonna do it. So, but yeah, if you are interested in like genuine builds that you know that I suffered through, you know, consider subscribing, because I like for my tree build. If you go and watch my tree time lapse, there's a video where I build my whole tree base. You know, I mined every single wood block for that, which took ages, and then I manually placed every block. I used Tan's Huge Tree Generation to generate the tree in a different world. Then I copied the schematic, and then I pasted it into that world. So I didn't like just wing it building that tree, but I made sure that I gathered all of the materials for it and actually put in the work to build it, you know what I mean? But I feel like some creators, they probably just hop into creative mode and just not have to worry about the blocks and not have to do this, not have to do that, you know what I mean? So I'm proud of it because I suffered through that, cutting down all those trees and all that, so yeah, I won't just be pumping out nonsense every week, you know. I'm not going to go into creative mode just so I can get a build done faster, or use World Edit to edit all these blocks and make it look like I did it, you know. I'm not going to do that, so. Man, why did I think I was almost done with this layer? I'm out of my mind. And I'm still going down over here, so the layers are getting slightly bigger as I go down. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need, I don't honestly, probably 5 pickaxes to be able to finish a layer without repairing. So when I start up my stream tomorrow, I'll go and just suck it up and get some more netherite so I can upgrade and enchant a couple more insta-mine pickaxes just so I can... I feel like it'll be worth it. I feel like it'll speed up the process if I'm repairing half as often, you know what I mean? So, yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll do that. That is one of my least favorite things to do, is actually enchant weapons, so hopefully I don't change my mind. That entire tree build that I did, I mined every tree block with this one netherite axe, and I regret it. If I just actually had taken the time out to make 3 or 4 of them, it would have saved me so much time. So I shouldn't repeat that same mistake here. Yeah, if any of you guys actually, watch a lot of live streams, let me know how my quality's doing. I'm pretty new to live streaming. Like I said, I haven't even been live streaming for 2 weeks, but I think I got my audio kind of dialed into where you could still hear me while I'm mining. But if anybody has, if you notice something that doesn't sound right, definitely please let me know. I could still go into this YouTube studio and the OBS and change some stuff up, but I can't imagine that it sounds perfect, but I think I got it sounding okay. It's actually hard for me to tell, because when I watch it back on my phone, it sounds okay. It sounds decent. But when I'm listening to it on my computer with my good headphones, it sounds absolutely fantastic. So it's hard for me to tell exactly what it's like. Do I change settings to actually make it sound better on the phone? Or do I leave it how it is because it sounds really good for headphones users? I don't know. So yeah, you have to let me know how it sounds to you guys, because I don't know. Can't stop now. I gotta finish this layer, man. But yeah, I swear, every night since I started doing this, this is what I hear when I'm laying down trying to sleep. Before I fall asleep, I'm still just hearing this noise in my head. And that's only doing it, I don't know, 2 or 3, sometimes 4 hours a day. I still hear it. Man, if this was my job to do this for 8 hours a day, sleeping would be a nightmare, dude. Because, this is 1 block at a time, that right there. That's kind of a peaceful sound, that's normal Minecraft peaceful sound. But this, falling asleep with this in your head, is not peaceful, I need some music going or something. There we go, that's done. I need some music going or something, but I get a copyright strike for just the normal YouTube music. I hear big YouTubers play the Minecraft music in the background all the time. I don't know how they don't have issues with it, but I have to have my Minecraft music off, so I know that I can't play good music. You know what I mean? But that layer's done. Let's take a peek at it real quick. Hey, we're getting somewhere. Slowly, but finally seeing some progress. But yeah, let's go do a quick, show you guys some of my base. Oh, I'm done. Pretend that didn't happen. So, this is my tree base so far. Which kind of got different levels there. I'm still working on it, so adding some other stuff. This is my portal room with the view into the forest out there. This forest there was small oak trees throughout everything. I removed every oak tree from this entire forest and just left all the tall beanstalks and the big trees. That took ages. That video is also up on my channel if that's something you'd want to see. But you go in here. This is my little bedroom. Climb down here. My storage room. And I have, it's right here, my elevator, which takes me all the way down. Little glass wall. Shader did a weird thing there, didn't it? But that's my tree. show you my first house that I built earlier on. I actually lived in this village over here before I did any of those builds. Yeah, that's my old homemade iron farm. I didn't watch a video for that or anything. I just winged it. And it's not the most efficient thing. There's a lot of villagers for relatively little iron. But this was my enchantment room here. I tore it up and just left that there. Got an elevator here. Takes me up to my bedroom there. A little bedroom. Then you go down. It will take us to iron level. Then down to diamond level. You can see all of the mining that I've done. I found this geode, and I had to just dig it up and leave it. I kind of expose it in here. I thought it'd look really cool, so I spent a stupid amount of time doing that. Really? Wow, this shader makes that look absurd. Let's get out of here. I'm blind. But yeah, you can see I spent quite a bit of time mining. And then you step out front. I have a nice... I completely redid this village. I went and replaced all of the stone with the white and the diorite and put this fence and stepping stones all through here. I think it looks pretty nifty. But this is basically, I spawned in over there, like on the other side of the forest over there. And it just on the other side of the forest right here is, this is where I started out. And yes, there is a raid going on over here. I accidentally came over here when I had that effect, and I didn't have milk. I came over here, so this dude is buried down here somewhere. I just buried him so the raid would stop. I'm hoping that it times out. I'm assuming it times out eventually. But I didn't want to mess up my villager trades over here, so I'm just gonna leave that there permanently or until it stops, because I am not having these guys die. But this is my trading hall. I did watch a video for this build as I went. There is a time lapse of me building it, but I watched a video. So this isn't entirely original. Some of the stuff in here is a little bit different, but this isn't my build. I didn't wing this one. I watched the video to do this one. But yeah, that's a lot of the builds that I've done so far. There's my original portal there. Whoa. I'm okay. But yeah, all through here was all trees. Everywhere. Like from starting here. And I'll fly to the other edge. I cleared out all of the trees through here. And actually where my house is, if you go back and watch one of my videos, like one of my first videos of this world, but I cleared out trees all the way through here. But where my house is, there was actually a mountain. So I also removed that mountain. My first loot farm was here floating in the air. I tore that down and put the trading hall there. I spent a stupid amount of time lighting up this whole area because there was mobs spawning in, on, everywhere, just covering this. So actually, let's get this coming back up here real quick before I forget and fall. Oh, it should come back up now. I did build, I watched a YouTube video and followed along to build a massive loot farm, mega loot farm. I am not going to turn it on right now because it I have to turn shaders off and turn my render distance down because it's so dang laggy. But yeah, we can get a peek at it at least. Yeah, auto sort. But yeah, this thing is, yeah, I lagged there. It's not even running and I lagged. But yeah, oops. That's the majority of the big builds that I've done so far. I know it probably doesn't seem like a lot, but I spent a stupid amount of time on it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna throw out a rocket. I'm gonna hop off for now. Um, yeah, everybody that swooped in and watched my super boring live stream, I appreciate you. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. If not, that's cool too. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.